tractors, from oil changes to engine work for Cat and Cummins.
Welcome to Swift Current 57's baseball. Swift with an opportunity to punch their ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals tonight. They lead this best-of-5 series 2-1. Earlier this afternoon, Channel 57 caught up with Swift Current 57's coach Joe Carnahan to get his thoughts on tonight's Game 3. We're here with Swift Current 57's head coach Joe Carnahan. Joe, a big 8-4 win last night. Your assessment of your team's performance?
Came out swinging right away. Thomas set the tone early on, and then we had a big third inning, and our bullpen was outstanding last night.
10 home runs in this series thus far. It's really been a series for the long ball. Is the message to the guys concentrating a little bit more on the small ball elements of the game?
Just play the game the right way. You know, whatever the situation dictates, our approach at the plate, see a fastball, get barrel on it, and if we see some openings with our running game, we'll take advantage of that.
All right, in terms of arms in your bullpen right now, I know you used Sean Chandler a little bit more than you would have liked last night. What's the strategy tonight, and what's the lineup tonight on the bump for your team?
We pretty much have a full bullpen today, probably other than Sean. We had to extend him a little bit yesterday, but he was absolutely outstanding, and he's a main part of the reason why we won yesterday. We'll go Guyberson right away to start, and we got all hands on deck after that.
What's the message to the boys in terms of keeping emotions in check right now? Your team has the opportunity to clinch tonight.
Just another day, just keep the same approach as we've kept from day number 1. Come out, play the game hard, play the game the right way, and whatever happens, happens.
Right on. Thank you for this, Joe.
Thank you.
Thoughts from Swift Current 57's coach Joe Carnahan prior to this game. Yes, the Swift Current 57s with the opportunity to move on to the Eastern Finals at the expense of the Moose Jaw Miller Express here. Thomas DeBonville leading off for the 57s. DeBonville, last night, his first 2 at-bats, 2 home runs, hitting .222 this series against the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Thomas DeBonville, Riley Campbell, and Blake Adams due up for Swift here in the top of the first inning. They will be working against Hunter Klecki. Klecki had the 57's number in the regular season, the native of Henderson, Kentucky. 3 appearances versus the 57's, and that was 3 wins for Klecki. 16 innings pitched, 9 earned runs. He struck out 9 and walked 4, and against Swift Current had a 4.45 earned run average against the 57's on the year. DeBonville, with good bat speed, fouls that across the street. And the count is a quick 0-2 against DeBonville. Klecki on the year, 9 appearances, all starts, 46.1 innings of work, allowing 55 hits. Struck out 37 and walked 23, 21 earned runs. 3-2 with a 4.07 earned run average. So 3 wins on the year for Hunter Klecki, all of those coming at the expense of the 57's. So he was probably happy to see the green and orange, as the bulk of his success on the mound for the Miller Express has come at the expense of Joe Carnahan's team. His fastball is just a little bit up and over top of Cole Workin, and it's a 2-2 count to Thomas DeBonville. Hunter Klecki pitching to Cole Workin, Ben Dalkey at first, Scott Platt at second base. Cutter McDowell again at short as DeBonville lifts one into left field. Cutter McDowell wins the race to that ball and makes the catch.
And out by our Molson beer batter, 2 here for $8 in the park. Line them up.
DeBonville flying out to the shortstop, and a quick 1 down here for the Miller Express.
Now to bat for Swift Current, third baseman, number 8, Riley Campbell.
Riley Campbell, a playoff warrior thus far, .545 batting average in the postseason through games 1 and 2. Campbell 6 hits and 11 at-bats, a double and a triple. He's been hit by a pitch once and walked twice. 2 stolen bases in the series thus far for the speedster from Wadsworth, Ohio. Campbell drills one into left field, and that's going to be another single for Riley, as he sees an 85-mile-an-hour fastball that he can drive, and he belts that one into the outfield. 57's with a man on here.
That fielder, number 24, Blake Adams.
Miller Express changing their look up a little bit for this game number 4, going with their road blacks. Had the home yellows last night, so Blake Adams to the plate. Blake looking to find his postseason swing thus far. 11 at-bats, only 1 hit. It did bring in a run. He's walked twice, been hit by a pitch, only struck out once. So it's a 1-0 count after Riley Campbell drilled one into left field. Now Hunter Klecki facing Blake Adams. 1-1 the count here, top of the first inning. 57s with an 8-4 win last night, 6 of their runs coming in the third inning. So one inning paid the bills big time for Swift as Hunter Klecki. Fastball just a bit up to Adams. Count 2-1. Bodie Cooper, who's got 2 postseason home runs on deck for Swift. 2-1, Riley Campbell in motion. That'll be fouled off. As Klecki was looking to go low and away, 82-mile-an-hour fastball from the lefty from Henderson, Kentucky. Thank you very much for joining us. Friday Night Lights here at Roswells Park in Moose Jaw. WMBL playoff action. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Feel free to tweet at me at Ryan_Schweitzer, SWITZER, TZER for our American friends. Blake Adams full count against Klecki. Campbell and Adams attempting hit and run a few pitches ago as Klecki winds and delivers. Campbell in motion. He's going to have to scurry back as that's a fly ball to right field, and making the catch is Ty Schindel.
Next up for Swift, current first baseman number 5, Bodie Cooper.
So Bodie Cooper looking to generate something with 2 down here. It's a 57's baseball brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. All playoff series in the first round of the WMBL playoffs could end tonight. Fastball to Bodie is low, and it's a 1-0 count. Okotoks is in Edmonton, Weyburn in Regina, Lethbridge in Medhat. All of those just underway. Swift Current, Weyburn, Medhat, and Okotoks all with an opportunity to clinch this evening. Hunter Klecki. Fastball to Bodie. 2-0 count. 2 away here. We may see Brett Esau this inning. Native of Meadow Lake is on deck. 2-0 pitch from Klecki. Fastball about letter high, 2-1. Mitch Giberson will get the start for the 57s when we hit the bottom of the first inning. Right now, 2-1 to Bodie Cooper. Riley Campbell on at first. Bodie drills that to center field. Travis Abel tries to negotiate with the twisting ball and can't. That falls just in front of the wall. Riley Campbell rounding third and heading for home. Campbell will score. Good gracious, bodacious Bodie Cooper. An RBI double, and the 57s hit the scoreboard first. 1-0. Bodie Cooper's come to play in the postseason.
Now the bat for Swift, current shortstop number
2-run home run last night, and he scores Riley Campbell all the way from first. Travis Abel playing Bodie shallow. 380 to straightaway center at Roswells Park. Bodie putting it to the warning track. And Riley Campbell scampering home all the way from first. 1-0 lead Swifty. Hunter Klecki. 1 hopper to Esau. 1-1 the count. Esau 214 this series. Had a couple of Game 2 home runs in Swift. Mason Brown, who's hitting .400 in the postseason, on deck for the 57s. Pitch to Esau in the dirt. Hunter Kletke pitching to Cole Warkin, Ben Dahlke at first, Scott Platt at second, Cutter McDowell at short, Adam Cook playing third base. Outfield is Katechis Abel and Ty Schindel. Kletke glaring Bodie back to second base. Count 2-1 to Esau. Brett Esau launches one into left field. Hunter Kletke looking back at that one as Pate Katechis on the warning track makes the catch, and that'll do it for the 57s.
Down to the first inning on the Winmar scoreboard.
Brett Esau flies out to 7. Bodie Cooper brings a run in. It's 1-0 Swift. Can't exactly see it in that shot, but take our word for it. 57s will be in the field behind Mitch Giberson when we return with this 57s webcast.
This is your last call.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Our webcast brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. It's a 1-0 lead for the 57s after Riley Campbell was scored by Bodie Cooper in the top of the first. Mitch Giberson takes to the mound now for Swift. Giberson, 4 appearances, all starts on the year. 22 and a third innings of work, allowing 23 hits, 11 strikeouts to 11 walks. 2-1 with a 3.22 earned run average is Scott Platt. Singles. Travis Abel to the plate now.
Now to bat for the Miller Express, center fielder number 30, Travis Abel.
Mitch Giberson jams Abel with that, as that'll be fouled out of Roswell's Park off the handle of the bat. 0-1 the count. Abel hitting 143 in the postseason as right-hander Mitch Giberson, curveball, stays up 2-1. Fastball from Giberson inside, 2-1 now. Scott Platt, 8 for 11 stealing bases in the regular season at first base. Giberson, the tall righty. Fastball right down the middle. 2-2. Curveball from Giberson. Abel's out in front of it. Count remains 2-2 after fouling that one off. Giberson out of Pocatello, Idaho. Jammed by Platt. And that's fouled off. Win for Swift Current as a kid in a 57's hoodie corrals that foul ball. 2-2 the count. Hit and run was on there after Abel fouled that off. Pitch number 7 in this at-bat coming up from Guyberson. There's a shot by Abel. Hit to right field where Nick Conyas goes for a leisurely jog to make the catch. 1 out, 1 on for Cutter McDowell. McDowell 231 in this postseason for a batting average.
Miller Express is shortstop number 37, Cutter McDowell.
McDowell 262 in the regular season, a member of last year's Moose Jaw Miller Express team. He was a late season addition, playing 22 games for the black and yellow this year. Mitch Guyberson, curveball, and a called strike as that catches the inside part of the plate. Trevor Drury, veteran WMBL umpire, behind home plate, calling the balls and strikes. Platt at first. Guyberson goes to his fastball, hit and run on again as that is fouled a ways away by Cutter McDowell. Long strike for Mitch Guyberson. Ben Dalkey waiting on deck. It's a series that's featured a lot of runs, but the big sluggers on both sides. Still looking to really check into this one. Cutter McDowell hitting .231 early in this series. Fouls off another one. One of the big bats for Moose Jaw, Ben Dalkey, hitting .154 this series. Travis Abel hitting .133. And on the flip side, you look at the 57s. Blake Adams, Thomas de Bonville, and Brett Esau, all hitting 200 or less. Mitch Guyberson is going to strike out a high degree of difficulty hitter to get out, and Cutter McDowell. And 2 away. Guyberson mixing in that curveball with some fastballs.
Number 28, Ben Dalkey.
Dalkey 154 in this series thus far. Most popular player in the Moose Jaw Miller Express organization is voted on by their fans. Dalkey 331 in the regular season with 7 home runs, 40-plus RBIs. Scott Platt in motion. Throw is on time, and that'll be the 3rd out of the bottom of the 1st. 1 inning in the books. Swift Current 57s lead it 1-0. John Baeta behind the plate, right on target to get that 3rd out. We'll be back shortly with more Swift Current 57s baseball.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57s.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57s baseball at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. Mason Brown leading off for the 57s as they lead it 1-0 after 1. We're in the top of the 2nd. Mason Brown, John Baeta, Nick Conyas due up for Swift. First pitch from Hunter Kletke, fastball up. Like to say hello to the family of Bobby St. Pierre, Bob St. Pierre the Senior, and crew joining us at Windsor, Ontario, enjoying some 57s playoff baseball. Mason Brown continues to swing a hot stick as he finds some vacant grass in the outfield in the gap in left center. And Brown scampering around first, heading for second. And Brown improving on his .400 batting average in the postseason with a leadoff double. Third hit of the ball game for the 57s.
Number 32, John Baeta.
Bob St. Pierre Sr. letting us know that he's watching from the city of the Memorial Cup champion Windsor Spitfires in Windsor, Ontario. Let me know where you're watching from. Feel free to tweet at me at Ryan_Schweitzer, SWITZER, TZER, for our American friends. Family of Travis Abel from the Moose Jaw Miller Express, watching from Kansas as well. As John Baeta gets that bunt down, textbook bunt by Baeta. He's out at first, but Mason Brown scampers to third base. We are the official webcast of the Swift Current 57s. We do have our orange and green Homer colored glasses on here, but we certainly do appreciate friends and family of the Moose Jaw Miller Express joining us as well. So thank you very much for making our webcast part of your Friday night. Glad we could provide a link between you and your sons, nephews, grandchildren, whatever the relation may be. Whatever family you may be. Nick Kanyas, ground ball to Cutter McDowell at short. He looks Mason Brown at third, and it's 2 away.
Next up for the 57.
Cole Thibodeau.
Baseman, number 1, Cole Thibodeau.
Thibodeau hitting .200 in the postseason after a .374 regular season. Thibodeau, the number 9 hitter in Swift's batting order. Thomas de Bonville, top of the order on deck. Mason Brown doubled and was moved to third base on a John Baeta bunt. 57s don't want to strand him here. Swift Current looking to add to their 1-0 lead. Hunter Kletke, left-handed pitcher from Henderson, Kentucky, on the mound. Fastball low and away in this lefty-on-lefty battle between pitcher and hitter. Here comes pitch number 30 from Kletke. Check swing by Thibodeau, blocked by Regina's Cole Workin. Did he go? Yes, he did, says the third base umpire, Elmer Jerkovitz. And the count 1-2 to Thibodeau after the initial assessment was 2-1. Hunter Kletke. Swing and a miss, but that hops away from Cole Workin. Mason Brown comes in to score, and a dropped third strike on that curveball brings a run in. Thibodeau at first. And the 57s, unconventionally, go up a deuce here.
Now the bat for Swift Current center fielder Thomas de Bonville. He's our most endured
Good piece of hitting by Mason Brown to get himself on at second base.
Park in the park.
John Baeta couldn't have asked for a better bunt as he got Mason Brown moved over to third. And then Mason Brown scoring on a drop third strike. Here's Thomas de Bonville. Thomas batting .200 in the postseason. Fouls one just over top of our broadcast location towards Caribou Street, just off of downtown Moose Jaw. Count 0-1. Cole Thibodeau in motion. Hit and run is on. De Bonville fouls that off.
Just a reminder, foul balls are property of the
Young Moose Javians will look both ways before crossing the street and chasing down that ball. Count is 0-2 with 2 away. Thomas's family enjoying this one in Silverthorne, Colorado. And it's a called strike 3 to De Bonville. Fastball that looked inside, but In any event, one is stranded, but one comes in to score. Mason Brown scores on a dropped third strike. I'd like to say hello to a crew watching from New York City as well. At Mackenzie Gets One on Twitter. Glad that you can join us. 2-0 Swift leads it. Bottom of 2 on the way. 57's baseball. Brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Ben Dalkey facing Mitch Guyberson. Guyberson fastball strike one here in the bottom of the second. 2-0 lead for the Swift Current 57s. Guyberson. Change up. Two-hopper to Brett Esau. Esau on target to Bodie Cooper. Good lateral movement by the native of Meadow Lake to catch up to that ground ball and throw the runner out at first. Say hello to the family of Galen Andrews watching from Houston, Texas. And Hunter Kletke's family in Henderson, Kentucky. Thank you, Cindy Kletke, for shout out on Twitter. Ty Schindel, I know he's got a group watching in Victoria. Mitch Guyberson, his first playoff start, 5th appearance of 2017. Fastball to Schindel. 0-1 count here. 2-0, the Swift Current 57s lead at bottom of the second. It's a 2-1 series lead for Swift Current. If Swift wins tonight, it's off to round 2 against either Weyburn or Regina. If Moose Jaw gets out of Roswell's Park with a W, then game number 5 in Swifty tomorrow. Curveball from Guyberson, and that's going to hit Schindel. So runner on at first with one down.
Catcher, number 19, Cole Workin.
Cole Workin. And a fastball from Guyberson up and in. That gets past John Baeta. And the runner advances to second. Some confusion as to what happened on that play there. Was that off of a bat, or was that off of the player, off of the catcher's mitt? In any event, runner advances to second. As that pitch ricocheting off the catcher's mitts and a moment of hesitation by Baeta allows the runner to advance. Strike called. 1-1 the count. Guyberson looks the runner at second. Fastball just misses low and away. 2-1 the count. Chris in Oklahoma hoping that Moose Jaw can prolong this series. As another Travis Abel fan joins us on the webcast. Runner in motion heading for third. Slider from Guyberson. And that's fouled into the backstop. It'll be a 2-2 count here to Cole Workin. Some clouds surrounding Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. A little bit of rain to drive through on the drive up here. Forecast calling for the showers to stay away. Two-hopper to Brett Esau as he gets the throw to first to retire Cole Warkin. Ty Schindel advances to third base. And as of this moment, statistically, the hottest stick in the Miller Express lineup, Grant Westmoreland, at the plate. Westmoreland limited plate appearances, mostly utilized as a pitcher in the regular season, but he's been called upon to DH here in the postseason for the Miller Express. Ground ball. Westmoreland hit to Esau. Esau takes it on the run, baby, and engineers a 6-3 to take care of Grant Westmoreland, and that'll do it for the Miller Express. Ty Schindel is stranded. 2-0 lead for the 57s, heading to the third inning. We'll be back shortly with more Swift Current 57s baseball for Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball in Moose Jaw. Swift up 2-1 in the best-of-5 series and can wrap things up tonight with a win against the Miller Express. Moose Jaw, who as a team hit .282 in the regular season, hasn't got that offense on track as of yet in this one, but they can be a tough team to play against as Riley Campbell makes his way to the plate. The slow-walking Riley Campbell. 1 for 1 this game, .583 in the postseason. Single the last time he was up. First pitch of the third inning from Hunter Kletke just misses up to Campbell. 1-0 count. Campbell, Adams, Cooper. The agenda for Hunter Kletke and the Miller Express defense here. .2-0 pitch. Campbell sitting on fastball. Hits one to right center. Ty Schindel is there. Blake Adams, who flew out to Ty Schindel his last time up, will take a turn now. The native of Longview, Texas. WMBL Rookie of the Year. Broke a couple of Swift Current WMBL records. Hit the most home runs ever by a Swift Current team. He had 12 of them this year and drove in the most runs too, 54. Hunter Kletke in this lefty pitcher against righty hitter matchup. Fastball in the dirt to Adams. 1-0 count. Kletke 3 wins in the regular season, all at the expense of the Swift Current 57s. His fourth time versus Swift in 2017. Ground ball. Cutter McDowell throws it to first. Ben Dahlke, who goes about 6'3", needs most of that to make the catch on the throw coming in hot.
Next up for Swift Current first baseman, Bodie Cooper.
Bodie Cooper Last time he was up, Riley Campbell was at first base, and Bodie hit a double that scored Campbell to put the first run of the ball game on the board. Bodie hits that one way up in the air. Sensitive Instruments at 15 Wing Moose Jaw getting a fine beat on that ball. Shout out to Derek Murdoch, coach of the Swift Current Bantam AAA 57s, Baseball Regina Bantam AAA League champs this year, and played in the Baseball Saskatchewan Bantam AAA Provincial Semifinals. Shout out to those boys. Join the webcast back home. And hello to Coach Derek Murdoch, also the coach of the local high school football team, the Swift Current Comprehensive High School Colts. Glad you could join us from sunny Southside Swift Current, Doc. Bodie Cooper slams one into the 5-6 gap. Single and a double now for Bodie.
Now the bat for Swift Current shortstop Brett Esau.
Bodie Cooper all smiles after he ups his playoff batting average, now hitting .375 in August. 2 away for Brett Esau. First pitch, breaking ball in, 0-1 count. Hunter Kletke. Fastball just above the shoelaces of Esau. 1-1 count. Mason Brown, who's now hitting .455 in the postseason, is on deck for Swift. Kletke looks the runner at first. Esau not able to time out that 81-mile-an-hour fastball from Kletke, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch, Kletke. 83 miles an hour at the feet of Esau. Kletke pitched 16 innings in total against the Swift Current 57s, 9 strikeouts in the regular season. Esau drills one up the middle. Bodie Cooper stops at second base as Brett Esau keeps the top of the third going. Line drive. Just buzzing the head of the pitcher.
Now the bat for Swift Current DH Mason Brown.
Mason Brown doubled his last time up. 2 on for him this time around. Baseball seemingly looking watermelon-sized to Mason Brown in the postseason with that .455 average. Opposite field shot by Brown. Right fielder Ty Schindel hurrying after that one. Won't be able to get to that baseball in foul territory in time. And it's a long strike for Hunter Kletke. Shout out to Bodie Cooper's family, watching in American Falls, Idaho. Hoping that the 57s are able to wrap this series up tonight. If Moose Jaw gets out of here with a victory, game number 5 in this series, the deciding one, tomorrow night, 7:05 in Swift. We'll have that webcast for you as that curveball. Got the signal straightened out, and now ready for a 1-1 pitch against Mason Brown. Breaking ball right back at Kletke. Where's the ball? He can't see it. Picks it up. Throw to first is just in the nick of time. That baseball drilled right back at Hunter Kletke. Quick reflex move. Took a second to gather himself and then made a good play on the 1-3 there. 2 are stranded. None score. Bottom of the third coming up. 57's up 2-0. This is Swift Current 57's baseball for Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Donuts for donuts. You know how it works. Get out, make
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up.
Use your game sense.
Thank you to Swift Current Building Supplies for providing the materials for the new patio at Mitchell Field.
See Swift Current Building Supplies for all types of lumber, kitchen hardware, tools, power tools, fence, and shed packages.
At your one stop, we carry everything shop for building and renovation.
Building supplies, farm and ranch, construction, paints, and decor. Swift Current Building Supplies, Swift Current's complete home and farm building supply center. Highway 1 West.
Welcome back to 57's Baseball in Moose Jaw. Playoff game number 4 of this opening round series against the Miller Express. Pate Katuchis, Adam Cook, Scott Platt all due up. Fastball from Guyberson. And a 2-0 count. Guyberson only surrendering 1 hit thus far against the Miller Express. As he's about to throw pitch number 27 of his evening. High fastball. Katuchis gets a small piece of it into the glove of John Baeta. Guyberson pitching to Baeta. Bodie at first. Cole Thibodeau at second. Brad Esau at short. Riley Campbell at third. Blake Adams, Tom DeBonville, and Nick Conyas outfield from left to right, respectively. Guyberson, tall right-handed pitcher. Fastball. Belt level to Katuchis. 2-2. It's a 2-0 lead for the Swift Current 57s. Katuchis. It's that foul ball towards the nearby Memorial Field in downtown Moose Jaw. Two-two pitch. A stray slider into the number 10 of Katuchis, and he'll take first base.
Now to bat for the Miller Express, third baseman, number 16, Adam Cook.
Second hit batsman of the game by Guyberson. No shortage of hit batsmen in this series. That's the 7th as we hit game 4. Some with a little bit more animosity than others. As Adam Cook from Cambridge, Ontario. Shout out to Swift Current Baseball alum Miles Ethier, enjoying the webcast in Edmonton. It was nice to catch up with Miles and family in Edmonton when the 57s did their Northern Alberta swing. Joe Carnahan's made lots of friends over the years. Every overnight stay, there's a different alum to hang out with, it seems. Edmonton always looking forward to that trip. Adam Polenko, Miles Ethier. Jordan Blundell up there as well. Always a good time on the field and sometimes off in Edmonton. Adam Cook, 1-2. Guyberson, 1-2 pitch. Now 2-2. Runner on at first, nobody out here. 2-0 lead for the 57s, bottom of the third inning. It's a do-or-die game for the Miller Express. Guyberson. Fastball, and that's it to Cole Thibodeau, who ventures into the outfield grass to record the first out of the bottom of the third.
Now the bat for the Miller Express, second baseman, Scott Platt.
Top of the order for Moose Jaw, Scott Platt with one away. 57's out hitting the Millers 5-1 thus far. Moose Jaw not really coming alive last night until the fifth inning. They had a 4-run fifth. Only 4 runs of their ball game coming in that fifth inning last night. Swift paid the bills in the third. 6 of their 8 runs coming in the top of 3 less than 24 hours ago. As for tonight, 2-0 lead. Runs in the first and second. Katuchis in motion, hit and run is on. Fastball from Guyberson, fouled away. And the count 0-2. Few people from Swift Current making the trip, about 90 minutes along Highway 1. Some Ryder green mixed in with 57's green here in Moose Jaw. Guyberson, fastball low and away. 57's president, Mike Mutlow, in amongst the fans there from Swift. Those forest green 57 hoodies really make fans of the team stand out on the road. I know that when Swift Current was discussing what to change their colors to, green was one of the first that came up. It's a big color, obviously, in the Saskatchewan flag, but no other teams in the WMBL with any sort of green in their color scheme. And after some trial and error with some different secondary colors, the orange seemed to fit really well. Works for the Miami Hurricanes. And working well for the 57s as a look. Already so much red and blue in the league already. Swift Current mixing it up and going away from that color scheme. 1-2 pitch here, Guyberson. Another foul ball inducing fastball low and away, and the count remains 1-2 here. Guyberson in one with Scott Platt. Platt in the playoffs, 214. Guyberson getting ready to deliver pitch number 7 of this exchange with the Moose Jaw infielder. And a war of attrition between the 57 starting pitcher and Moose Jaw's infielder, the second baseman, Scott Platt. Another 1-2 pitch. Slider this time. Platt protecting the plate. Runner in motion. Platt hits that one in between Cole Thibodeau and Brett Esau. And Scott Platt. 9-pitch war of attrition with Mitch Guyberson ends with him singling to first. And the runner advancing to second as well. So 2 on and 1 out. Travis Abel to the plate.
Now the man for the Express, center fielder Travis Abel.
Guyberson. Breaking ball low and away. Good block by Baeta. 1-0 count. Abel 133 in the postseason thus far. After a regular season, hitting .270 with a home run and 28 runs batted in. Abel tries to push a bunt down the first base line. Fastball past him. Count is 1-1 with 1 away. Miller Express now with 2 on, knocking on the door here as the 57s are up 2-0. Bottom of the third inning. Moosejaw trying to bring a couple runners around here. Change up from Guyberson is up 2-1. Who struck out to Mitch Guyberson takes a turn now. Thomas de Bonville making that catch moments ago on Travis Abel. A shot to center field. 2 down. Cutter McDowell. Two on and 2 out. Guyberson fastball. Strike 1 to McDowell. Cutter McDowell out of Friendswood, Texas. Fouled off by McDowell into the backstop, and Mitch Guyberson ahead of him 0-2. Shout out to Swift Current Mayor Dennis Perot on a family vacation right now, but always taking the time to check up and see how Swift Current teams are doing no matter what the season is. And he's tuned into our 57's webcast as McDowell fouls one up and out. That one came about 3 feet away from bouncing off the hood of a very nice and shiny Hyundai. 0-2 pitch, 2 away, Guyberson. Looks the runner at second. Fastball fouled off again by McDowell.
Foul brought to you by Seaboard Insurance Rescue.
Count remains 0-2. Mitch Guyberson threw the first 2 innings of this one relatively quick, but the Miller Express making him throw a lot of pitches here in the bottom of the third inning. Guyberson has thrown 53 thus far. There's 54, just missing outside. 1-2. So pitch 54 coming within an eyelash of striking out McDowell. Let's see how he does with 55 here. 2 on, 2 away. Fastball low and away. Snap throw to short, and that hits the runner. Tough inning for Pate Katuchis. Hit by a pitch to get himself on base, and then hit by that snap throw. Native of Longmont, Colorado, not looking too worse for wear. Riley Campbell wore one in the ribs last night for the 57s as he was on at first base. Cutter McDowell reaching for that ball, hit to center field. Thomas de Bonville negotiates with a spinning baseball and makes the catch. 2 stranded. McDowell flies out to center, and 3 innings in the books. Top of 4 coming up. 2-0 lead for the Swift Current 57s. They'll see if they can't get a few more runs when we come back with the top of the 4th inning.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on. on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Greek or Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
John Baeta leading off for the 57s. Top of the fourth. One-0 count to Baeta. The roster deadline acquisition for the 57s. John Baeta fouls one off. John got a sack bunt down to advance Mason Brown to third the last time he was up. Brown subsequently scoring. So Baeta, a big part of run number 2 for the 57s. Hunter Kletke, ground ball up the middle. Cutter McDowell dives. Can he get up and make the throw in time? Yes, he can. Solid play by McDowell at short. Cutter McDowell, not the everyday shortstop for the Miller Express in the regular season. He has not been a liability at all at short for Moose Jaw in the postseason. Nick Conyas to the plate now for Swift. Number 8 spot in 57's batting order. Conyas 364 average in the postseason. So he's done some of his best hitting in 2017 in the month of August. Swing and a miss as he's out in front of that off-speed pitch from Hunter Kletke. Kletke thus far, 3 1/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, striking out 2, facing 16 batters. Conyas ground ball, Scott Platt, backhand through him. Ball went underneath Platt. Conyas credited with a single, as he should be. And now Cole Thibodeau, number 9 hitter with 1 out and 1 on. Pitch. Thibodeau showing bunt, and he sends that foul. Making the trip from Swift Current, 57's volunteer photographer Ike Funk. There he is with camera in hand. Ike's son Conrad played, I believe, 15 seasons with Swift Current, back before it was a collegiate league. Ike's made the trip to most Swift Current 57's game. I couldn't believe it when we were in Fort McMurray doing our webcast there. And there was Ike with his camera. He made the drive all the way to Fort Mac. For people not familiar with Canadian Prairie Province geography, Fort McMurray, home plate from Mitchell Field to Fort Mac is about 1,000 kilometers. That's 620 miles. And Ike made the trip. So a very dedicated volunteer, and we say thank you to all the volunteers, board members, everyone who keeps the Swift Current baseball world going around. The 57's big club and Swift Current minor ball with a great working relationship as well. It's really been a community thing this year for the 57s, more so than a lot of years past. As that pitch is going to hop away from Cole Workin, and Nick Kanyas will leisurely jog to third. And Cole Thibodeau now with a runner at third base. So Ike Funk set up down the first base line with his camera. Nick Kanyas touching home plate would be a picture-perfect moment right now for the 57s, leading 2-0, top of the fourth. Lefty Hunter Kletke. Fastball to Thibodeau. Just misses low, a full count now. One away, top of the order on deck. Thomas DeBonville waits in the wings. One runner on for the 57s. It's Nick Kanyas at third base. And Cole Thibodeau strikes out. 82-mile-an-hour fastball.
Now to bat for Swift Current center fielder Thomas DeBonville. He's your Molson Beer batter tonight. If he gets out, it's 2 beer for $8 at the Park in the Park.
Thomas DeBonville to the plate with Nick Kanyas on at third base. Give a shout out to one of the partners at Standard Motors, Ryan Pluis, joining us as well. Watching on his phone while Mrs. Pluis does the driving en route to a family vacation. As DeBonville, ground ball, Cutter McDowell, that takes a funny hop on him, but he's able to get the throw to first base, and Thomas DeBonville is the third out. Runner on at third, so hope the drive to Calgary's going well. We send the Pluis family well wishes, and we hope that the 57s can continue to keep Moose Jaw off the scoreboard. Bottom of 4 coming up, 2-0 lead for Swift. Back with more after these.
Living Sky Casino.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Swift Current and Moose Jaw, round 2 action. Slider from Mitch Guyberson, up and in. Ben Dalkey leading off here for the Miller Express, bottom of the 4th inning. 2-0 lead for Swift. Dalkey, Schindel, Workin. 4-5-6. Guyberson, fastball at the feet of Dalkey, and it's a 2-0 count. .3-0 count to Dalkey. Shout out to Keel Crumweed's billet family, the Barclays, enjoying this game from Sacramento. Hope all's going well in sunny California. 3-1 count. Guyberson. Brett Esau, diving stab. He's going to have to get up and hurry that throw. And nope, after keeping it in the infield, Esau eats it. Dahlke on with an infield single.
Next up for the Miller Express,
Ty Schindle's turn.
Ty Schindle.
Keel Crum-Weedy coming in and closing last night in the bottom of the ninth. What a versatile utility player he's been this year for Joe Carnahan's team. 7 home runs in the regular season, hitting well for average. A good infield option for Joe and coaching staff. And the ability to come in and pump fastballs past the opposition and close games out. As Schindle fouls off that Guyberson offering. Bottom of the fourth, 2-0 lead for the 57s. Miller Express with 3 hits off Guyberson thus far. Guyberson struck out 1. He's thrown pitches that have missed barrels in this one. Count 0-1. Schindle watches that fastball cross the plate, 0-2. Schindle wore one last time he was up as he was hit by a pitch. Count 0-2. Runner on at first, nobody out here, bottom of the fourth. Schindle reaches. One hopper to Riley Campbell, potential for 2, 5, 4. Not quite able to turn the double play. Ball took a funny hop on Riley Campbell. So he had to take an extra half second to negotiate that ground ball. And that gave Schindle all the time he needed to reach on a fielder's choice.
Now to bat for the Miller Express, catcher Cole Workin.
Workin grounded out to Brett Esau at short. His last at-plate endeavor. 1 out and 1 on in the bottom of the fourth. Workin bunts it into the glove of Guyberson, and they get the throw to first as the runner was off the bag. A 1-3 double play. That's Cole Workin. Not often you write down bunt into a double play on the score sheet. 57s with a 2-0 lead after 4 complete. Top of 5 on the way. This is 57s baseball for Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Riley Campbell, who always takes the long way to the plate, steps up to lead off for the 57s in the top of the fifth. Campbell with the team's best postseason batting average, .538. He's 1 for 2 this game with a run scored. First pitch fastball from Hunter Kletke, clocking in at 84, and it's strike 1 to Riley. Goes to the breaking ball for the second offering, 1-1, as that just misses low. Campbell, Adams, Cooper, as Riley swats that off for a foul down the third baseline. Hunter Kletke, 65 pitches thrown thus far. 41 for strikes or contact. Pitch low and away. Good take by Campbell, 2-2. Kletke 4 innings of work, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, striking out 3 along the way. Fastball, just below the letters. Campbell chases after it and heads back to the dugout.
Now the man for Swift Current left fielder Blake Adams.
Blake Adams 0 for 2 so far. So 1 out, nobody on here, already in the 5th inning. Making good time in game number 4. Game 5, if necessary, we'll be back in Swift Current tomorrow at 7:05. Every series in the WMBL first round could end tonight. As of right now, it looks like the Edmonton Prospects are playing to prolong their 2017 campaign. Facing elimination in Edmonton, they lead Okotoks 6-3 in the bottom of the 3rd. And the Weyburn Beavers can put a button on their series against the Regina Red Sox, and they are leading the Sox 8-1 in Regina. That's in the bottom of the 4th. Medicine Hat could advance with a win tonight over the Lethbridge Bulls, and in the hat, it's 1-0 for the Mavericks. Adams fouls that off. So the Weyburn Beavers leading Regina 8-1, bottom of the 4th. Beavers mean business. And they're poised to move on. A lot can happen in big Remax Field, a very offensive ballpark. No lead is safe there as Adams drills that offering into the backstop. Prospects leading Okotoks 6-3 in the bottom of the 4th. Edmonton with their backs against the wall. Okotoks upset last year in the first round of the WMBL playoffs in the 1-versus-4 matchup against the Prospects. Can the Prospects pull off the impossible 2 years in a row? Still lots left in that series, and Edmonton has to get through this game first, but 6-3, they lead Okotoks. Trying to press for a Game 5 in that series as Blake Adams has walked. Bodie Cooper, double and a single with an RBI this game. It's his turn now. With his family watching our webcast in American Falls, Idaho. Bodie digs into the batter's box with 1 out and 1 on. A couple of home runs this series thus far for Bodie. 1 in Swift in Game 1 in the bottom of the 9th to tie the game. 1 here in Moose Jaw to help propel Swift to that 8-4 win 24 hours ago. Bodie in the regular season, in the 8 games against Moose Jaw, hit .320. Played in 6 of the 8 games, 8 hits and 25 at-bats. Home run and 3 doubles. It's in the regular season. Blake Adams checked at first. Adams had 2 stolen bases in 8 games against the Miller Express this year. Blake had the 3rd most bags on the 57s with 18 in the regular season. Hence the steady diet of pickoff attempts over at first as Hunter Kletke focuses on Bodie Cooper. Fastball hammers the catcher's mitt just up and away. And the count is 2-1 to Bodie. Hunter Kletke, 2-1 pitch. Fastball to Cooper. That's it way up in the air. Ty Schindel trying to hurry that down in foul territory and does track that ball down. Cooper not happy with the swing that he put on that ball. Heads back to the dugout. 2 away. Runner still on at first with Brett Esau coming to dig into the batter's box. Base. Second hit of the game for Esau. And now Mason Brown, who's 1 for 2 with a run scored, hitting .417 in this postseason.
Next up to bat for Swift Current DH, Mason Brown.
Brown in this series hitting .417, and in the regular season he brought his A game against the Miller Express, hitting .316. He played in 5 of the 8 games, 6 hits, 19 at-bats. Had a double and 3 RBI, was walked twice. So Brown, who's done a decent enough job playing against the Moose Jaw Miller Express, fouls the first pitch out of here on to Caribou. 0-1 count, runners on the corners here. Swift up 2-0 and looking for more here in the top of the 5th. .57s, 7 hits in this ball game thus far. Hunter Kletke, 82nd pitch of his game. It's a changeup that Brown's in front of. And the count is 0-2. So Brown steps out of the batter's box and ponders what he might see with the count 0-2 here in the top of the 5th. John Baeta on deck. .02 pitch. In the dirt. Good job by Cole Warkin. Esau will take second base uncontested. Force at second removed, empty bag at first. One-two pitch, 2 away. Ground ball, fouled off. Breaking ball from Kletke. Brown just out in front of it. Count still 1-2 to Mason. Mason Brown and John Baeta in this playoff series, alternating between DH and catcher. Baeta's got the catalogs on tonight. He'll hit next right after Brown in this lineup. 1-2 fouled off. Ballpark in Moose Jaw, situated along a busy street just off of downtown, Caribou Street. You can hear the roar of high-performance engines passing by the ballpark frequently here. Fastball in, Brown gets a piece of it and stays alive here in this exchange with Hunter Kletke. That's pitch number 86 by the lefty from Henderson, Kentucky. 2-0 lead for the 57s. And Cole Warkin's going to head out and have a quick chat with Kletke. Runners on at second and third.
Stoppage and play brought to you by Boston Pizza, Main and Thatcher.
Have a quick conversation, likely on the subject of signals. as they get on the same page. Moose Jaw Miller Express everyday catcher Zach Fascia. His service is no longer available to the Miller Express, so Cole Warkin, quick understudy, working behind the plate. 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away to Mason Brown. Runners on at second and third. 57's up 2-0. They would love to give Mitch Guyberson a little bit of insurance here. Top of the 5th inning. Two-two pitch. Fly ball by Brown, hit to Travis Abel in center field. And the 57s will strand a couple.
Got the 5th inning on the Winmar scoreboard. No runs.
Mason Brown takes plenty of pitches. Sees something he can drive. Just misses by a little. And 2 are left on for the 57s. They still lead it 2-0, however. Bottom of 5 on the way. 57s baseball for Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Once again, just last night, it was over $1,000 in the pot, so we could do it again here tonight with your buddies 50-50.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57s.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball at Roswell's Park in beautiful downtown Moose Jaw. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action. Hello to Bill Guyberson joining us from Boise, Idaho. Glad you could make our 57's webcast. Part of your Friday night. Mitch Guyberson on the mound, getting set for his 5th inning of work. Grant Westmoreland buying what Guyberson is selling on that first pitch. 0-1 the count. Westmoreland, Katachis, Cook, 7-8-9 due up. Fastball paints the outside corner in this righty pitcher and lefty hitter matchup. 0-2. .67 pitches from Mitch Guyberson so far in this one. Westmoreland fouling that one off. Miller Express with a 4-run 5th inning last night. That Grant Westmoreland got started, he was part of back-to-back home runs. He's made some good contact here in this series. 2-hopper to Brett Esau, and Esau, nice throw. Quick transition from glove to throwing hand, taking it on the run. And down goes Westmoreland via the 6-3. Longmont, Colorado's Pate Katachis. Last time he was up, he was hit by a pitch. And then at second base, hit by a pickoff attempt by catcher John Baeta. So Pate Katachis has worn a couple this evening. 0-1 the count. Fastball from Guyberson. Strike 2. Guyberson going right after the Miller Express here in the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 lead for the Swift Current 57s. 0-2 pitch. Goes outside, 1-2. Weyburn Beavers now with a 10-1 lead on the Regina Red Sox in the top of the fifth, and the Okotoks Dogs have clawed back in their game against the Edmonton Prospects as a fly ball is hit to center field into no man's land, and that'll drop on the right side Bermuda Triangle as center field, right field, and second base couldn't quite make it to that ball. So Katechis with a seeing eye shot into some vacant grass. So Okotoks and Edmonton tied at 6. Prospects led 6-3 the last time we checked in on that one. Edmonton facing elimination in a place that's often been called the City of Champions. Weyburn Beavers now 10-1 lead on Regina, top of the fifth. Regina losing their MVP, Justin Erlinson, to independent ball. And that was a big loss for the Red Sox, losing a player of that magnitude. And it looks as though Regina just had a tough time figuring things out after that. Still lots of ball left to be played, just a half hour down the road at Curry Field. But yeah, top of the fifth, Weyburn leads at 10-1, and they lead the series 2-1. Guyberson 1-1 here with one away here, working against Adam Cook. Cook, infield fly out the last time he was up. Fly ball. Left field, Blake Adams has to hurry. And Adams makes the catch in left. An over-the-shoulder catch. What a play by Adams.
Now the bat for Moose Jaw, second baseman, Scott Platt.
So a second out for the 57s. And a big play by Adams in left field. Scott Platt to take a turn now. Over the shoulder catch, trying to run that ball down on a funny angle was Adams. That ball gets over the head of Adams, and he doesn't make that catch. Good chance that the runner from first was scoring, Pate Katechis, as that ball ricochets off the top of the backstop with Pate Katechis in motion. Hit and run on, and it's 0-2 now to Scott Platt. That ball gets over Adams. Miller Express are on the board. That's a huge play by the native of Longview, Texas. Mitch Guyberson doesn't miss by much on that 0-2. Just a bit outside. And not Bob Euchre from Major League, just a bit outside. That pitch literally just a bit outside. Count 1-2 with 2 away. Guyberson again tries to paint that outside corner and just misses with the fastball. 2-2 count now. Two-two pitch. Fouled off on that fastball. Platt stays alive. Guyberson 4 2/3, 4 hits, striking out 1 so far. Just threw his 80th pitch of the ball game. 2-2 pitch. Gets him this time as Guyberson. He was looking for that outside corner, and he found it with that fastball against Scott Platt. Platt objects and is overruled. Miller Express, strand 1, 5 in the books, 2-0. Swift Current. Back with more 57's baseball shortly.
Again, folks, time to give away a few more prizes.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
For Swift Current catcher John Baeta.
The Swift Current 57s can advance to round 2 with a W here tonight in Moose Jaw. They lead it 2-0, top of the 6th inning. And catcher John Baeta leading off. Baeta, Conyas, Thibodeau. 7-8-9. Top of the 6th, Mitch Guyberson has pitched well for the 57 so far, surrendering only 4 hits through 5. Miller Express in the regular season, batting .284 as a team. No slouches with the lumber, as Baeta swings and misses. Hunter Kletke entering his 6th inning of work. Through 5, Kletke 7 hits, 2 earned runs. He struck out 4 and walked 1. This will be the 25th batter that he's faced. The lefty faced Swift Current 3 times in the regular season and had 3 wins against Speedy Creek. Thunder showers in Swift Current this afternoon. That storm missing Moose Jaw, although some rather ominous-looking clouds were circling the friendly city, as it's often referred to as. 2-2 count. The lefty, Kletke. Pitch inside to Baeta, and it's 2-2. Baeta to Port St. Lucie, Florida. Teams in the WMBL have to have their rosters finalized by July 15th. Baeta parachuted in at the last minute to give the 57s some depth in their batting order and at catcher. And Baeta draws a walk as he's put on in 6 pitches. Nick Conyas, who's singled this game.
Now the man for Swift Current right fielder Nick Conyas.
Nick 1 for 2 in this contest, hitting .417 in the month of August. There's really 3 phases to the WMBL season. There's the month of June when everyone rolls in. Teams start to gel. Month of July in the WMBL really separates the men from the boys as the teams jockey for playoff position. And then comes the month of August, where you go from hot summer nights to cool August evenings. And which team has the most guys that want to tough it out in that month of August, continue to be away from their families, and go the distance in hopes of getting a championship ring. Swift Current was that team last year with the most guys that were willing to pay the price to win that championship. Hunter Kletke swinging straight to Conyas. 2-2 pitch to Conyers. He gets good wood on that ball, hits it to right field. Ty Schindel is there to make the catch. Conyers just missing with that swing. Good pitch to hit, and Conyers knows it. Showing a little frustration as he heads back to the dugout.
Second baseman Cole Thibodeau.
Now Cole Thibodeau. Number 9 hitter for the 57s. One down and one on here, and Thibodeau will get to first the hard way as he takes a stray fastball in the elbow. Two on for Thomas de Bonville and only one away.
Now the bat for Swift Current. Beer batter. If he gets out, it's 2 beer for $8 at the Park in the Park.
Tanner Spencer, the Moose Jaw Miller Express pitching coach, making his way out. Relief pitcher Travis Edgar warming up in the Miller Express bullpen. 6'5" right-handed pitcher with a fastball that touches 90. May see action in this one sooner than later. Hunter Kletke getting some words of wisdom from Tanner Spencer. Kletke just eclipsed the 100 pitch mark in this one. De Bonville. 2 on, 1 out, shows bunt, fastball outside, 1-0 count. Hunter Kletke pitching to Cole Warkin. Ben Dahlke playing first. Scott Platt at second. Cutter McDowell at short. Adam Cook at third. Pate Katuchis, Travis Abel, and Ty Schindel is the outfield from left to right. Ground ball, De Bonville. McDowell potential to turn 2. And De Bonville reaching on a fielder's choice. Cole Thibodeau thrown out at second. There's 2 away now with runners on at the corners for Riley Campbell.
And now the bat for Swift Current, third baseman Riley Campbell.
So Riley Campbell, who's batting .500 in the series and has been as scrappy as they come. 2 down now, runners on the corners. 57s lead at 2-0. No runs in this game since the second inning. We're in the top of the 6th. Can Riley Campbell bring the offense to life? First pitch fastball from Kletke is a strike. Hunter Kletke looking the runner at first. Campbell fouls that back. Taps the tin roof of our broadcast location. Nothing in 2 the count to Campbell. Curveball and a called strike 3. Riley Campbell caught looking, not thrilled with that assessment, but Hunter Kletke gets the Miller Express out of a jam. The 57 strand 2. They still lead it by 2. Bottom of 6 coming up, 2-0. Swift back with more 57's baseball after this.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale, selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Getting beaked on Twitter for the way I said Boise, Idaho. Apparently it's Boise. The Canadian way of saying it's Boise, though. Like, ask a Canadian what state is between Washington and California. They won't say Oregon. They'll say Oregon. So, we know better because we've been involved with the ball team since 2004.
Miller Express center fielder Travis Abel.
So Boise, Idaho. All right, now we know. Ask a Canadian what position the person behind the plate plays as Travis Abel hits one to Nick Conyas. Ask a Canadian what position that guy plays behind the plate with the gear. And many will say, oh, that's the back catcher. Not a back scratcher, back catcher. John Baeta, whatever you want to call him, has done a good job of keeping pitches in front of him, using his body to block a few. Mitch Giberson, though, has been right on contact with the mitt and right around the zone all game long. 2-0 count now to Cutter McDowell. That offering is drilled into the backstop. Count now 2-1 with one away. Cutter McDowell 0 for 2. 200 batting average in this series. Strike 2, breaking ball, drops in. Travis Edgar continuing to warm up in the Miller Express bullpen. Mitch Giberson, 87 pitches thrown thus far. One hopper in the dirt, backhanded by Baeta. Full count to McDowell. Two 2-0 lead for the 57s, bottom of the 6th inning. McDowell just over top of Cole Thibodeau at second base. And a well-hit ball the opposite way. Runner on for the Miller Express with one down. Moose Jaw's 5th hit of the ball game.
First baseman Ben Dalkey.
Heart of the order now, as 3-hole hitter McDowell gets on base for cleanup hitter Ben Dalkey. Dalkey hits that into right field. Nick Conyas at the track makes the catch and gets that ball into the infield. Oppo shot by Dalkey. Flags dangling in Moose Jaw tonight. No wind to speak of. With Ty Schindel to the plate. Schindel out of Victoria. 1-0 count to Schindel. Guyberson has a look at the runner at first. Fastball, strike one. Ty Schindel's been hit by a pitch and reached on a fielder's choice. His average in this series is .308. Guyberson. Foul ball, just buzzing over the bat head of Schindel. Count is 1-2. Schindel 302 in the regular season. 2 dingers, 21 runs batted in. He had a Game 1 home run in this series. One-two count. 2 away, 1 on. Guyberson low and away, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Fastball low and away. Drilled towards the adjacent parking lot here. And it's 2-2. Two-two pitch. 2 down. Guyberson. Fastball past the diving Riley Campbell. Putting runners on at first and second with 2 away. Base hit by Schindel. Cole Workin to the plate, who's 0 for 2. Workin bunted into a double play the last time he was up with a runner on at first and 1 away. He bunted it in the air to Guyberson, who then executed a 1-3 double play. So runners on at first and second, bottom of the 6th. Moose Jaw's left 6 on base thus far. Swift has left 7 on. 2-0 lead for the 57s. 2-0 count to Cole Workin. 2 away here, bottom of the 6th inning. 57s have Jagger Harjo warming up in their bullpen as Guyberson fastball just missing low to Workin, and it's a 3-0 count. .100 pitch of the game from Guyberson. 3-0 fastball, now 3-1. (3-1). 2 runners in motion. Fly ball, right field. Nick Conyas. 2 more stranded for the Moose Jaw Miller Express.
Guy Casino. Use your game sense.
Thank you to Swift Current Building Supplies for providing the materials for the new patio at Mitchell Field.
See Swift Current Building Supplies for all types of lumber, kitchen hardware, tools, power tools, fence, and shed packages.
At your one stop, we carry everything shop for building and renovation.
Building supplies, farm and ranch, construction, paints, and decor. Swift Current Building Supplies, Swift Current's complete home and farm building supply center. Highway 1 West.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Cole Workin flying out to Nick Kanyas with 2 away to end the 6th inning. Top of the 7th, and Travis Edgar in to pitch for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Second playoff appearance for Edgar, who in the regular season appeared 18 times, 17 1/3 innings of work, allowing 15 hits, striking out 18 and walking 10, 5.71 ERA, 1-2 in decisions. So Travis Edgar into pitch after Hunter Kletke started for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Kletke, 6 innings, allowing 7 hits, only 2 earned runs, striking out 5 and walking 2. Good start for Kletke. Miller Express bats going silent. As he didn't get the run support, held up his end of the bargain, so Travis Edgar comes into pitch.
Travis Edgar.
Edgar in the playoffs, 1 appearance, 2/3 of an inning, striking out 2. As he saw some action last night on the mound. First hitter that he'll face will be Blake Adams. First pitch from Edgar. 86-mile-an-hour fastball redirected into the backstop by Adams. Count 0-1. Edgar saw a few innings of work in the last regular season game for the Moose Jaw Miller Express in the 57s as his breaking ball bounces away from Cole Workin. Fastball that touches 90. So far, 86-mile-an-hour fastball, 74-mile-an-hour breaking ball. 86-mile-an-hour fastball there, 1 hops Cole Workin, and the count to Blake Adams is 2-1. Fastball in the dirt, and 3-1. 6'7", 240 pounds from Gypsum, Colorado, the right-handed reliever, Travis Edgar. Clocked at 88 on that last fastball, low and away. $89-mile-an-hour fastball, up and away, walks Blake Adams. Back-to-back walks and at-bats for Adams.
Now to bat for Swift Current first baseman Bodie Cooper. Last call for Bugsy is 50-50.
Bodie Cooper with a single and a double this game, 2 for 3. RBI as well. Bodie now hitting .353 in the postseason, a member of last year's WMBL championship team from Swift. Cooper was the league rookie of the year last year. He hits a fastball sky high. And that will get off the playing surface here at Roswells Park towards the 57's bullpen where Jagger Harjo is warming up. And it's a long high strike for Travis Edgar. 57s in Moose Jaw ended their regular season last Sunday, so this is the 3rd appearance in a week for Edgar, who just misses up with that 88-mile-an-hour heater, 1-1. One pitch. Fastball fouled out of here by Bodie. Count will be 1-2. One-two pitch. Pitch in the dirt. Blake Adams scampering to second base. So Adams that much closer to home plate now with nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. 57's up 2-0. Score's been that way since the top of the 2nd inning. We're in the top of the 7th now. Edgar looks Blake Adams. 87 miles an hour of fastball just a bit outside. Full count now to Bodie with Brett Esau on deck. Bodie 2 for 3. Esau 2 for 3. That was against Hunter Kletke. Cooper, high fly ball, right field. Ty Schindler's got to hurry for it as it's in shallow right, and that ball will fall into no man's land. Blake Adams scampering to third base. Bodie moving to second. And the 57's with 2 in scoring position and none out. They were playing Bodie deep, and that ball had some serious hang time before dropping into shallow right field right along the first baseline. So a big RBI opportunity for Brett Esau. His team with a 2-run lead. Some late inning insurance would be just what the doctor ordered here for Swift Current, who's trying to close out this first-round series against the Miller Express. Fastball, swinging strike. 0-1. Mason Brown on deck. Esau hitting .294 in this series with a couple home runs, both coming in Game 2. Brown hitting .385. Edgar. Strike 2 against Esau. Beach balls are flying here at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. Ominous clouds earlier this afternoon, turning into a beautiful day for baseball as that fastball takes care of Esau. 1 down with 2 on.
Next up for Swift Current, DH Mason Brown.
So Brown, who's 1 for 3 this game with a run scored, hitting .385 in the postseason. Now with a big opportunity with 2 in scoring position. Bodie Cooper at second, Blake Adams at third. Adams walked, Cooper doubled. First pitch fastball to Brown, 0-1. Travis Edgar coming in, showing some control issues against Blake Adams, walking him in 5 pitches. Looks to have settled down a bit and has better command of his stuff here. Brown, though, hits a shot into left field, a one-hopper, and Blake Adams hurrying home, and 57's put another one on the board as Mason Brown sneaks his way to second base. It's 3-0 Swift Current. RBI single from Mason Brown on his second hit of the ball game. And we still have runners on at second and third and 1 down. 57's go up a field goal on their 9th hit of this ball game. And Mason Brown, late in the game, the designated hitter, subbed out for a little bit more mobility on the bases. Keel Crumweedy coming in to pinch run where Mason Brown was.
Now the man for Swift Current pitcher, John Baeta.
Fastball to Baeta, strike 1. Pitch to Baeta. Catching the outside corner counts as 1-2. One down here and 2 on. Baeta. Fastball fouls that out of the ballpark. We have gone through some baseballs here tonight. 3-0 lead for the Swift Current 57s. Mason Brown bringing home Blake Adams here in the top of the 7th. Travis Edgar, breaking ball. Just missing a bit outside, 2-2. Good take by Baeta. Baeta's walked. Successfully dropped a sack bunt. And grounded out this game. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. Cutter McDowell knocks it down. Run comes in. Catcher's off the plate. Bodie Cooper scores. Ball gets past Cole Wark, and Baeta's going to scurry to second base, and the 57s go up 4-0. Cutter McDowell knocking that ball down, hurrying the throw home. Just a bit off target. Infield was in. Bodie Cooper scores. And the situation remains 1 down with runners on at second and third. 57s have put up a crooked number here in the 7th inning. Tanner Spencer, pitching coach for the Miller Express, coming out to have a chat with Travis Edgar here. Seventh inning for Swift. Blake Adams with a walk. Bodie Cooper with a double. Mason Brown with an RBI single, and John Baeta reaching on a fielder's choice there as Cutter McDowell went home and threw that one away. Baeta on at second base.
Now the bat for Swift, right fielder Nick Conyas.
Right fielder Nick Conyas, 1 for 3 this game. 385 in August. Fastball in from Edgar rather. 1-0 count. Fastball clocked at 87, up and away. Righty on lefty here, 2-0 count. Nick Conyas hits that up to center field. Travis Abel makes the catch. Tagging up at third base is Keel Crumweedy. Play at the plate close. And the throw is in time to get Crumweedy. Travis Edgar on target with the 8-1. Joe Carnahan not quite agreeing with that assessment. In any event, the 57s get 2 more runs.
On the Winmar scoreboard, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left on base. Swift currently leads 4-0. 7th inning brought to you by Western Nissan. Western Nissan can
4-0 Swift. Bottom of 7 coming up.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Greek or Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
Seventh inning stretch here in Moose Jaw, where they don't do take me out to the ball game and instead do the chicken dance.
Down the mound for Swift Current, number 27, Jaeger Harjo.
Jagger Harjo coming in to pitch for the 57s.
Leading off for the Express, DH Grant Westmoreland.
Jagger in the regular season, 6 appearances, 3 starts, 20 innings of work, allowing 17 hits, striking out 10, walking 6. 2-0 record with a 3.15 earned run average. Grant Westmoreland, first task for Harjo to face here. Harjo, one appearance in the playoffs as Westmoreland hits it to Brett Esau, and Esau, that kid from Meadow Lake is so strong he could eat steak with a spoon, and a bullet of a throw, just a bit off target to Bodie Cooper, and Grant Westmoreland on at first. Harjo, 1 inning of work, allowing 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, striking out 1 and walking 1. Fastball past Pate Katuchis. Westmoreland on at first after an infield single. Harjo. Breaking ball. Just drops in low. 4-0 lead for Swift Current here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Swift with runs in the first, second, and they put up a deuce in their half of the 7th. Harjo, quick pickoff move. And Grant Westmoreland not ready for that. Throw from Harjo was high, otherwise there'd be 1 out. Fastball, snap throw over to first, and once again the 57s come close to getting Westmoreland over at first. Two and 1 the count. Miller Express. 9-year head coach Michael Hunt sends in the signals. Pate Katuchis tries to get the bunt down, but it rolls foul, and it's a 2-2 count. He'll likely be swinging on the 2-2 pitch from Jagger Harjo. Harjo from Midwest City, Oklahoma. Quick pickoff move, and Westmoreland back to first just in the nick of time. That pickoff move from Jagger's just as quick as a hiccup, as he's able to turn his body real quick, the right-hander, to get that throw to first. Strike 3 as Harjo sends Katuchis back to the dugout. 1 away here in the bottom of 7.
Express third baseman Adam Cook.
Adam Cook 0 for 2 facing Mitch Guyberson in this game. First time facing Harjo. Guyberson going 6 for the 57s, allowing 6 hits. Striking out 2, no walks. He faced 24 hitters. So no runs on 6 hits. And that's a solid Game 4 start for the 57s and Mitch Guyberson. 6 innings. Keeping a good offensive team like Moose Jaw off the board. No small feat for Guyberson. That's launched into shallow left field, and Blake Adams hurries in to make that catch. Cook flying out to 7, 2 away. Scott Platt now. Platt 2 for 3.
Second baseman, Scott Platt.
Tried to steal second way back in the bottom of the first and was the third out of that inning. Jager Harjo has a look at the runner at first, Grant Westmoreland. Fastball to Platt, center field. Thomas de Bonville, 3 away. Top of the 8th coming up. 4-0 lead for the Swift Current 57s.
Bottom of the 7th inning on the Winmar scoreboard. No runs, one
We'll be
hit,
back to
no
see if
errors,
they
no
can get a
left
little
on
bit
base.
more
Score
insurance
4-0.
here in Moose Jaw. This is 57s baseball for Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball in the friendly city of Moose Jaw, where Swift Current is trying to clinch this series and make their way to the second round here.
Miller Express, number 26, Galen Andrews.
Galen Andrews is going to get another crack at the Swift Current 57s here. 2 playoff appearances, 1 1/3 innings of work, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, striking out 4 and walking 2, 0-1. And Cole Thibodeau up to the plate. Thomas de Bonville on deck. Andrews, a couple of tough outings against the 57s in his first 2 playoff appearances against them. ERA of over 20 in this playoff series. So he'll look to lower that. Andrews, 4.18 ERA in the regular season, 13 appearances, 3 of them starts, 23 2/3 innings of work, allowing 22 hits, 28-11 strikeout to walk ratio. 1-2 with a save as Cole Thibodeau sprays one the opposite way, and that's going to be a single for the product of Omaha, Nebraska. Top of the order now for Swift, who lead at 4-0. Game number 4 of this first round playoff series.
He's your Molson beer batter tonight. If he gets out, it's 2 beer for $8 at the Park in the Park.
Elsewhere in the WMBL, in a seesaw matchup in Edmonton, the Prospects now with a 9-6 lead on the Okotoks Dogs. Edmonton had a 6-3 lead, then Okotoks tied it at 6, and now the Prospects up 9-6 with their backs against the wall. Cole Thibodeau as Cole Workin loses sight of that baseball, scampers to second. And the Weyburn Beavers poised to move on to round 2 in Regina. They lead the Red Sox 11-2 in the bottom of the 8th. Top of the 8th inning, Medicine Hat can also advance if they beat Lethbridge, and they are leading 2-1 at Athletic Park in Medicine Hat. Galen Andrews trying to keep his team to within 4, but that breaking ball is through catcher Cole Workin, and Cole Thibodeau moves to third. And now a quick little bit of conversing between Workin and Andrews. Looked like Andrews, don't know if he was expecting fastball there, and that breaking ball went between the wickets, but they get on the same page with the count 2-0 to DeBonville. Nobody out, and Cole Thibodeau now at third base. .57s with 10 hits in this game. DeBonville, 2-0 pitch, fastball low and away. 3-0. .88-mile-an-hour fastball, just low, is going to walk DeBonville.
Next up for Swift Current, third baseman Riley Campbell.
Putting runners on the corners for Riley Campbell. Campbell 467 in this postseason, 1 for 4 this game. 2 on and none out with Blake Adams on deck. Eric Dorton, 57's third-year assistant coach, relays the strategy via signals. And it's a bunt. Coming right at you. Andrews, 89 miles an hour on that offering. Fastball about letter high. 0-1 the count against Campbell. Fastball again hitting 89. Low and away, 1-1. You can smell the rain here in Moose Jaw. Mother Nature making her presence felt in game number 1 of this series as an 87-mile-an-hour fastball hits the catcher's mitt, and that's careening out of the infield, and in comes Cole Thibodeau as Thomas DeBonville steals second. Ball goes into the outfield. DeBonville heads to third, and the 57s put another one on the board. It's 5-0 Swifty. And Miller Express coach Michael Hunt making his way out to have a chat with his pitcher. Doesn't want Cole Workin to join this conversation. Telling Cole Workin get back behind the plate.
Television play brought to you by the Moose Jaw Warriors.
So 2-1 count, 5-0 lead for the 57s. As Thomas DeBonville stole second. Throw bounced into the outfield, and that allowed Cole Thibodeau to score, who was at third base. First pitch tonight to hit 90 miles an hour out of the right hand of Galen Andrews. So Michael Hunt maybe not happy that Workin tried to throw that runner out at second with a man on at third. Full count now to Campbell. Campbell stepping out of the batter's box and pondering what he might see with a full count against him, and Thomas DeBonville on at third with nobody out. Breaking ball, strikes out Campbell. Steady diet of fastballs, and Andrews goes to a 3-2 slider that Riley was out in front of. And Galen Andrews
Play brought to you by Culligan Water.
Getting some hugs from his teammates. And Michael Hunt, it looks like he's going to bring in some relief here. Andrews came in, struck out Riley Campbell. And some players change up gloves here, and we'll see who's going to end up pitching. A little bit of moving and shaking. Grant Westmoreland looks like he's going to take left field. And Ben Dalkey will move from first to pitcher. So Dalkey coming on to try and keep the 57s from doing any further damage. Galen Andrews struck out Riley Campbell. Got hugs and high fives from his teammates for that. And now Ben Dalkey coming in to try and keep the 57s off the scoreboard here. We'll give Dalkey a chance to warm up, and we'll be back with more Swift Current 57s baseball. Swift up 5. Top of the 8th inning. We'll be back shortly.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Blake Adams to face Ben Dalkey here. Dalkey's second appearance of the playoffs. He came in to close Game 2 when Swift came within an eyelash of a come-from-behind win. 1 appearance, 1 inning of work, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, striking out 1 and walking 1. Dalkey facing Blake Adams here in the top of the 8th inning. Swift Current now up 5-0. One-0 pitch, Dalkey to Adams. Blake fouls that across the street. Count will be 1-1. Dalkey, 11 appearances on the mound in the regular season, 5.83 earned run average, 2 saves, 12 innings of work, 14 hits. Strikeout to walk ratio 14-5. Count now 1-2 to Adams. In order for Dalkey to be on the mound, Adam Cook has moved from third to first. Pate Katuchis has moved from the outfield to third base. And Grant Westmoreland moving from DH to left field. 2-2 the count to Adams. Thomas de Bonville on at third base. 57s have 1 here in the top of the 8th to bring the score to 5-0. Two-two pitch, Adams. Out in front of that changeup, Cole Warkin can't find it, and in comes de Bonville on the dropped third strike. 6-0 Swifty. .57's now with 2 runs in the 8th after a 2-run 7th. Fastball, clocking in at 84, high and into Bodie Cooper. Blake Adams on at first after a dropped third strike. That allowed Thomas de Bonville to score from third. 81-mile-an-hour fastball moves Bodie off the plate, count 2-0. Dalkey, fastball, just a bit low, 3-0 count to Bodie. Mitch Giberson got the Game 4 start for the Swift Current 57s. And he pitched a beauty. 6 innings, allowing 6 hits. No walks, striking out 2. Facing 24 hitters. This was a big game, and Giberson getting the job done. Hunter Kletke for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. No slouch either. 6 innings of work, 7 hits. 2 earned runs, striking out 5 and walking 2. This game was 2-0 after 2 and stayed that way until the 7th inning when the 57s put 2 more on the board and then 2 more in the 8th here to construct this 6-0 lead. Ben Dahlke with 1 away. Bodie Cooper. Full count pitch is ball 4. Brings up Brett Esau.
For Swift Current shortstop Brett Esau.
Regina Red Sox down the road, about a half hour away at Curry Field. Not ready to call it a year just yet. Weyburn Beavers at one point leading 11-1. It's now 11-5 in the bottom of the 8th. Regina's put 4 runs up. If they're going to go down tonight, the Red Sox, they'll go down swinging. Edmonton Prospects trying to stave off elimination. Gotta love that word, stave. The only time you hear it is when it's playoffs for whatever sport you follow. Prospects trying to stave it off. They lead Okotoks 9-6 in Edmonton. Broken bat shot by Brett Esau. He's going to need a new cue, but he's going to single his way to first to load the bases with 1 out. Sacks are juiced for Keel Crumweedy, who's hitting in the lineup where Mason Brown was. Crumweedy came in to pinch run for Brown.
Keel Crumweedy.
And was subsequently thrown out at home on a play that looked real close. It appeared as though Crumweedy was in under the tag, but Trevor Drury at home plate has a better look than we do. Crumweedy, fly ball. And Adam Cook makes the catch in foul territory. Second out. Brings catcher John Baeta to the plate.
Now the man for Swift Current, catcher John Baeta.
Baeta's got to take off the catcher's gear. 2 away here. Bases loaded. Top of the 8th inning. 6-0 lead for the 57s. Swift Current with the opportunity to add some more insurance here heading into the twilight innings of this ball game. Moose Jaw with a 4-run inning last night, so it's a team that's offensively capable in this postseason of doing some damage. Ben Dahlke, 1 hopper. Cole Workin blocks it. All 3 runners stay put. 2 away, 1-1. One pitch. Fastball up to Baeta, 2-1. John with a sack bunt that successfully advanced runners. It's grounded out, walked, reached on a fielder's choice tonight. Called a great game behind the plate, working with Mitch Giberson as well. Baeta, an unsung hero in building this 6-0 lead. Two and 2 the count with 2 away here. Ben Dahlke. Breaking ball. Catches Baeta looking. Swift Current will strand 3, but they score 2 in the top of the 8th. And the lead for the 57s is 6-0. Miller Express have 6 outs for 6 runs. Not
Okay,
impossible.
let's do our Buzzies 50-50 draws for tonight.
We'll be back shortly with more Swift Current 57's baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Yellow tickets, number 0771404. Again, a yellow ticket.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes, unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57s.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball in Moose Jaw. Shout out to Swift Current alum John Snyder enjoying this game. Snyder on Twitter talking about our pregame coaches show. Best interview combo in the WMBL. Only thing missing is some NHL PS3 trash talk. Now that goes back a few years to myself and Joe Carnahan. Used to be a regular thing for Joe to come over and play NHL hockey on the PS3. Now to say I spent a lot of time playing hockey on the PlayStation a few years ago would be an understatement. As there's a shot by Travis Abel, hit to Cole Thibodeau. He grounds out. So Joe comes over and says, I've never played this game before. Picks up the controller and hands me a whooping, all the time saying, I've never played this before, I've never played this before. Trash talking that he's been able to beat me having not played before. Well, then we go and play over at Joe's house, and he was billeting Adam Polenko at the time. To which Polenko revealed that Joe spent literally all of his free time playing NHL hockey on the PS3. So Joe Carnahan, a master strategist on the baseball field, and with a video game controller in his hand. Frustrating opponent no matter what you're playing him at. As Jagger Harjo, slider for strike 2. 0-2 the count to Cutter McDowell. Fastball from Harjo, ground ball. Thibodeau takes a funny hop on him, but all's well.
They don't hit the back guy, you know he can catch.
Ben Dalkey now trying to help out his own cause on the mound by coming to the plate.
Now the man for the Miller Express, pitcher Ben Dalkey.
Dalkey 1 for 3, infield single thus far. Two away here in the bottom of the 8th with the 57s up 6-0. Keel Crumweedy starting to loosen up in the 57's bullpen. Jagger Harjo so far, 1.2 innings of work, 1 hit, striking out 1. Check swing. Yes, he did, and 1-2 with 2 down. Harjo, 1-2. Breaking ball. Slow roller into the glove of Esau. Throw to first is in time, and the 57s are 3 outs away from advancing to round 2.
Bottom of the 8th inning on the Winmar scoreboard. No runs, no hits, no errors, no left on base.
6-0 after 8. Top of the 9th on the way. 57's baseball for Crop Production Services in Living Sky Casino.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball from Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw, where Swift leads at 6-0. Top of the 9th inning.
Leading off for Swift Current right fielder Nick Conyers.
Game number 4 of this best of 5. Swift Current leading the series 2-1. Swift can hang on to this 6-0 lead, or perhaps add to it.
Royal Bank Bingo has been won.
And then hang on. It's off to round 2. Elsewhere, top of the 9th, Edmonton trying to close out Okotoks 9-6. The Prospects lead it. Edmonton trying to hold off the Dogs from advancing to round 2 at their expense. And they are close to doing so. Top of the 9th, Lethbridge has come back against Medicine Hat, trailing 2-1. Lethbridge now leading 3-2. Lethbridge trying to hold off elimination as well. And the Regina Red Sox put up 4 runs in their half of the 8th. It's the top of the 9th now, with the Weyburn Beavers leading Regina 11-5. Swift Current with a 6-0 lead on the Moose Jaw Miller Express. So if all those scores hold, and that's a big if right now, Edmonton poised to force a Game 5 against the Okotoks Dogs, and Lethbridge poised to do the same against the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Weyburn, 6-run lead heading into the 9th. They could advance to round 2. If Weyburn and Swift are successful tonight, that would be the round 2 matchup, likely to start Sunday in Swift. You may ask Sunday afternoon or evening, and my answer is I don't know. Keep you posted, though. Conyers fouls that off, and it's a 3-2 count, working against Ben Dalkey here in the top of the 9th. Called strike 3 on a fastball inside. 6-0 Swift Current lead. Zone might be a little bit swollen here. Cole Thibodeau, who singled and been hit by a pitch tonight. Regular season batting average leader for the 57s, hitting in the 9-hole here. Thibodeau with a hit and a run scored. Ben Dalkey on the mound for his second inning of work. Hunter Klecki, a 6-inning start for the Miller Express, allowing 7 hits, 2 runs, striking out 5 and walking 2. A 1 pitch. Fouled out by Thibodeau. That hits Ross Street and Moose Jaw. Fouled off by Thibodeau. So the team's likely to get a day of rest in between playoff series. Weyburn, 11-5 lead on Regina, now on the bottom of the ninth. Swift Current leading Moose Jaw 6-0. If those scores hold, Sunday may be game one, although when you look at the Alberta teams, as Thibodaux one-hops Ben Dalkey, those series could conceivably go 5 games. So then the day off for them would be Sunday. Would the East start sooner than the West? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Stoppage and play brought to you by the Heritage Inn.
Monday at the latest, at any rate, as Michael Hunt is going to come out. And with 2 away in the top of the ninth, he'll grab the baseball from Ben Dalkey. And Bo Sheridan will come in to pitch here. So we'll let Bo Sheridan get warmed up here, and we'll be back with more of the top of the ninth in just a moment. 6-0 lead for the 57s.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Now to that for Swift Current center fielder Thomas de Bonville. Here's a Molson beer batter. If he gets out his 2 beer for $8 at the Park in the Park.
Thomas de Bonville now on for the 57s. De Bonville with 2 home runs yesterday off of Bo Sheridan the first 2 times they faced each other. Sheridan, Game 3 starting pitcher for the Miller Express. Here to get the last out against the 57s with nobody on here, and another crack against Thomas de Bonville. Strike called. Sheridan from Sugar Land, Texas, with a 1-1 count to Silverthorne, Colorado's Thomas de Bonville. Sheridan breaking ball. De Bonville hit to third base. Pate Katuchis on target to first. And that'll do it. Bo Sheridan, one of the graduating players for the Moose Jaw Miller Express, comes in to get the last out. Bottom of the ninth coming up. The lead for the 57s is 6. Round 2 in sight for the 57s. Bottom of the ninth on the way. We'll be back with 57s baseball shortly.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
Thank you to Swift Current Building Supplies for providing the materials for the new patio at Mitchell Field.
See Swift Current Building Supplies for all types of lumber, kitchen hardware, tools, power tools, fence, and shed packing.
At your one stop, we carry everything shop for building and renovation.
Building supplies, farm and ranch, construction, paints, and decor. Swift Current Building Supplies, Swift Current's complete home and farm building supply center. Highway 1 West.
In between the top and bottom of the ninth, Moose Jaw Miller Express, a lot of their players foregoing warming up in the on-deck area to give hugs goodbye and congratulate Bo Sheridan on his time here. The senior who's graduating from the Miller Express, obviously a great team guy. As he heads off, brought in to get the final out, and he did so against Thomas de Bonneville, and are the Moose Jaw Miller Express accepting of their fate here, down 6-0 in the bottom of the ninth. And beginning to say some goodbyes. Ty Schindel, he's approaching things like he wants to keep things going. Keel Crumweedy in to close it out for the 57s. Ground ball, and Schindel's going to keep things going. His second hit of the ball game.
Now the bat for the Express, catcher Toby Welty.
Toby Welty will get an at-bat here. Welty out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, swinging strike against Glasgow, Montana's Keel Crumweedy. 0-1 count. Crumweedy, in the second half of the season, utilized in that stopper role by the 57s. Came on in relief and gave the 57s 2 solid innings in their first game against Regina in late June. Since then, a late relief guy with his team up. Fastball in, though, 2-1. 6-0 lead for the 57s. Nobody out here. Runner on at first, bottom of the ninth. Weyburn Beavers. It's official. They are the first team in the Wimble to punch their ticket to round 2, an 11-5 win over the Regina Red Sox. And the Okotoks Dogs not going quietly in Edmonton. It was 9-6 in the top of the ninth. 9-6, now 9-8. Fly ball. It's not going to get out of the infield. Bodie Cooper makes the catch, 1 down. Grant Westmoreland will now try and keep the season going for Moose Jaw.
Westmoreland.
Sounds like quite the game in Edmonton, and it is a final. Edmonton beating Okotoks 9-8. So game 5 necessary in that 1-4 series as Crumweedy fastball past Westmoreland, 0-1. Bottom of the ninth, Medicine Hat trying to come back against Lethbridge 3-2. If they can't do that, that series will be headed to 5 as well. Westmoreland over top of Cole Thibodeau. And the Miller Express still rolling in the ninth. Second hit of the game for Westmoreland, and now Pate Katuchis to the plate with 1 away and 2 on. Keel Crumweedy, 9 appearances, 11.2 innings of work, allowing 9 hits. Striking out 15 in those 11.2 innings, only walking 4. 5 saves on the year with a 2.31 earned run average in the regular season. Crumweedy closed out last night in that 8-4 win as well, coming on in the bottom of the ninth. Wants to have a chat with John Baeta, going over the signals with a runner on at second base. 57's up 6-0, 1 away here. Runners on at first and second in the bottom of the ninth. Something about those Edmonton prospects in the postseason, forcing a 5th and deciding game with the Okotoks Dogs. 9-8 the final in Edmonton. The Weyburn Beavers now await the winner of this series. One hopper over top of John Baeta, 2 advance into scoring position now. Phil Curtis, WMBL Coach of the Year, getting his team to round 2. As light rain begins to fall at Roswell's Park. Just a few light drops as of right now. Strike 2 as Pate Katuchis swings and misses. Rain falling at Roswell's. Pate Katuchis out in front of that changeup. Strike 2, 1-2. Crumweedy, 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, Riley Campbell. Gets the throw to first. Miller Express get a run across the plate. 6-1 is the score. Katuchis grounds out to third. 2 away. Runner on at third.
And for the Express first baseman, Adam Cook.
Adam Cook, number 9 hitter in Moose Jaw's batting order. Crumweedy, fastball, strike 1. Keel Crumweedy, eyes of intensity. 69-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Strike 2. And a date with the Weyburn Beavers now looking imminent for the Swift Current 57s. No 2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. One-two pitch, Crumweedy. Fastball fouled off. Two away here, bottom of the 9th. Crumweedy. Check swing in the dirt. No, he didn't. 2-2. Two-two pitch. Crumweedy. Strike 3! And that'll do it. Who's up for round 2? 57s. Take the best of 5 in 4, a 6-1 win in Moose Jaw. And the 57s will meet the Weyburn Beavers in round 2, WMBL Eastern Final. The inaugural year is the 57s, and it will be at least a berth in the Eastern Conference Final for Joe Carnahan's team. Player of the game for the Swift Current 57s, Bodie Cooper going 3 for 4 in this one, but got to give much love to Mitch Giberson. 6 innings, allowing 6 hits, keeping the Moose Jaw Miller Express off the board in this one. As the 57s and the Moose Jaw Miller Express meet at home plate, they'll exchange handshakes. Some great baseball games between these two teams this year, going 4-4 against each other in the regular season. 42-42 runs for and against. Swift Current 57s take this best of 5, 3-1, and they will advance to round 2 against the Weyburn Beavers That series to begin either Sunday or Monday. Keep it locked to the Swift Current 57 social media accounts. As soon as we know, you'll know. And thank you very much for joining us in this game number 4 of the WMBL Eastern Semifinals between the Moose Jaw Miller Express and the Swift Current 57s. It's been a pleasure to call this series for you. Friends and family of both teams as the Moose Jaw Miller Express gather down the third base line. One last salute to their fans here at Roswell's Park. And the Swift Current 57s looking to repeat as champions in the WMBL. One series down for the green and orange crew from Swift Current. That'll do it for another edition of our webcast, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. On behalf of Christina Schweitzer, bringing you the images tonight of game number 4, it's Ryan Schweitzer saying good night from Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw.